Well, hello, all my model car building buddies. This is take 2 of Glen's models. I'm Glen, and I am definitely not AI. Let me tell you for sure. Um, okay, and these are my buddies. Don't forget my buddies up here at Spotlight Hobbies, invisible.com. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, they got a few new things in. They got the Snake and Mongoose front engine rails from Atlantis. Oh man, those things are so cool. I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna get at least one because I love me some front engine rail, and they got the cool bodies on them. Also, they got the Snake rear engine rail. I'm pretty sure it's just like the Mongoose one that I showed on the show here a few episodes back, and yeah, and it's pretty cool. The rear engine rail. And also, they got the AMT 64.5 Mustang hardtop in the desirable 1/16th scale, mind you. Okay, that's stuff they got there. So go there and check them out. Right up there. And you'll like them. They're friendly people and a good place to buy models. And what do you got to lose? Okay. Now, let me see. I got one of them good news, bad news, good news, good news, and then bad news, good news, and then bad news things like that. And good news, no, bad news is tree fell on my house. The good, good news is it didn't directly fall on the main house. I got a room built onto the side of the house, which got kind of messed up. The tree was growing up next to it, and the roots went under, and when it blew over in a storm, it raised the slab up and broke it, and a concrete wall about halfway up, a brick block wall, and it tipped that in and, broke it. So I got to fix that. That's what I've been doing all week, working on that. It's a lot of fun. Ain't nothing I can't do, me and Donnie. And no big problem. But a little extra expense there, So I won't be... There's the bad news. Sorry, guys. Let me turn this on. Maybe that'll take some of the shock out of it. The bad news is I won't be able to do the giveaway until next month. Act of God, what are you going to do? You can't get too awful upset with me, I hope. I'll give them away next month, though. These and old Rampy over here. Not a problem. But, yeah, tree, not a problem. Got it took care of just about. And be next month, though, before I can do the giveaway. And let me see, I want to show these guys a little better. Because last time I just kind of stuck them up there. This is the wife one. There's a husband-wife race team. And this is the wife one. And it's a pretty good model. I mean, I put good work into it. And detailed it as much as I usually do. There's no spark plug wires or stuff like that. Got some interior in it. Got some seat and dash parts. The hood just comes right off, don't it? And there's the motor. It's pretty nice. The bad thing is, though, I didn't notice this when I was pulling them out to give away, deciding which one. The paint on this is not that good. Let me turn off the light. See, there's scratches and imperfections. It didn't look like that when I first painted it, but over time, I guess it's about a year old. It might be a little longer than a year old. I'm not sure. But yeah, look at this one though. I don't know what happened with the roof here. It just went totally berserk. But it looks worse on the camera than it does on the car. I think a little bit of light water sanding and rubbing, that would be fine. Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with Rampy. He's doing just fine back here. Okay. Let me see. What else do I got? Let's see that. And I got shop cards coming. They are. Um, I think they said they would be here on the 12th to the 15th. So I'll be mailing a bunch out right after that. So if you didn't get one yet, hang on. They're coming. I won't let nobody down. Everybody that asks for one is gonna get one. Okay, I got other stuff to do. Dadgummit. Sometimes my mind wanders like just now, and it's right now, as a matter of fact, it's over by the front door trying to get out through the dog door. Benny, leave, leave that alone. Do not chew on it. Bring it here. Give it. Dadgummit. I'm going to put a leash. Anybody know where I can get a brain leash? I need one. I need that for playing Wheel of Fortune later. About all I use it for. Not too much else. I got a what do I got? I got something. I cannot remember half of the stuff. Hang on, I'm going to pause you. Oh yeah, I forgot it. I did do just a little bit of model work this week. This is Batminion. He's gonna join the band. I still have to paint this gray, like the '66 Batman, where it's yellow here. I paint that gray, and I got to make a little bat insignia for his chest there. But he's gonna join the band. He's gonna be a conductor. You see, he's got his conductor's baton up there. He'll be like dun 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 dun, like that, and leading the band. So I'm gonna put him back here. Oh man, I just about got as many members of the band as Leonard Skinner, I think. Maybe more. Might be Leonard Skinner and Molly Hatchet both combined back there. Okay. Yeah, you remember my girlfriend I got that has the bad breath? You could see it even inside. She disappeared. I don't know what happened to her. She was there one minute, gone the next. Who knows? But she's gone. So, but don't worry, I've already found a new lady. I'm good at finding ladies. There's no gaps here. Her name? Yeah, it's Fictionella. Yeah, she's French and French Canadian. She lives up in Canada, up there, yeah, she's in Canada. That's it. She lives in Canada. Oh, why would I make that up? Shut up. It's real. She's real. Shut up. Anyway, I'm having a hard time. This is take 2. I've already done all this one time. And you know what they say, if you have to explain a joke, it ain't funny. So I ain't explaining nothing. Y'all just keep up with me. I have not much to do because I didn't do any. I ain't got no model stuff to show you. I need to show you progress on my models, but there's none. So I have a story. Concerns my good friend Big Red, who is gone now. He passed away a few years ago, and it was back in the early '70s. We would be riding around. I didn't drink, but he did, and we'd ride around, and he'd drink, and I'd do the chauffeuring. I'd drink a beer every once in a while, only when I wanted to remember what piss out of a boot tasted like. And that was about it, though. And no offense to guys who love beer. I got you, I understand. Anyway, he was drinking whiskey out of a shot glass. And he would, I don't know what you call that thing, but you'd light it on fire. and then blow it out and down it real quick. And he'd done like 2 in a row. And he was going for a third one. And I said, damn, man, how many of those you going to do? And he lit it, and he looked at me and said, this will be the last one. And he looked back at it and blew at it, but he missed, and it didn't go out. And he touched it to his lip and burned his lip and pulled it back and dropped the burning whiskey all over his lap. It was everything I could do to keep that car straight going down the road, because I was laughing so hard. I wasn't about to reach over there and try to beat it out or nothing. But watching him jump around, and he was laughing too. But that was my buddy Red. So it was about 30 years later. I was getting on disability, and I was at the hospital. They wanted to take tests and draw some blood. Let me turn that on. And draw some blood. And I was sitting there, and they said, yeah, just hang on. There'll be somebody in here in a minute. And I was sitting there waiting, and all of a sudden the door opened, and here come Big Red. He was wearing a lab coat, carrying that tray, that tray full of little bottles and rubber bands and needles and stuff. And my heart kind of froze a little bit. I had chill up my back. I remembered him. Hadn't seen him in that long. But he was straightened up and everything, working at the hospital. So I figured it'd be safe to let him. And I did. I let him draw blood. And I got on disability later. But I did not expect him to come walking in like that. Okay, well, heck, I don't know. I wish I had more. Hang on, I'm going to pause it for a minute. Okay, I'm back, and hot dang, I remembered something. I've been working on this. I worked on this all day because I got a tip. Yep, going to show y'all a tip. It ain't a good one, but it might be. I don't know. Just bear with me, okay? I'm going to show how I make these, the motor plate. Motor plate. Very, very simple. Most of y'all already know, but there's some of you out there that could use a little refresher maybe. So that's what I'm going to do. Real quick little how-to, or not how-to, but how I do. Let me get this up as close as I can get it to where we can all see. Okay. First thing you got to do is you got to have your motor sitting somehow in the frame about where you want it. Don't have to be perfect up and down. It does need to be centered, sort of, but it needs to be there. Okay? You can prop it up from underneath with stuff, or, wet blocks of foam in the side. Something to keep it in place. Okay? And then pretend that's not there. First step you do is you take this guy, piece of plastic like this, and another tip here is to use a pen that actually works. Not, jeez. Well, it marked a little bit. Okay, and make those marks like that, and that's going to be where you put these notches. But you don't have to put them there just right off the bat. Okay? Now you come over here and you make a mark where top of your timing cover is. You want to go past it just a little bit? And see, I already had a mark there at one time. Okay, now you can go ahead and cut this off just past where you go ahead and file those out like you was going to. And cut it off, but leave it square. And put it up to your motor. Let me see now. Yeah, I went through this and rehearsed it and everything. Okay, we got this here. We got it marked. We got our circles cut out of it, or filed out of it, so it sits down. We come over here and we mark the top of the thing, and that's about it for that. You cut it off here, and then you want to leave it a little long right here for now, because once you get this cut off and your notches and you got that there, you can raise your motor up and down until you get it to the height and the level you want. And then after that, then you go ahead, and cut off across there. So you got this piece, but it's square. You don't want to cut these just yet. Because, why? I forgot. Oh my goodness. Yeah, and then up like this. Yeah, well, see, these start at the edge of the timing cover on either side, and you just run them down to about there, above the. You don't want to take them all the way down to like there or anything. You want to leave enough to go around the edge, and these are usually bolted to the frame with an angle bracket bolted to here and bolted to the frame. But I'm not going that far. Yeah, pretty much that's how to get it and cut it and shape and everything. And then your timing cover will go on top of this. And you got to remember that with your blower belt, because it's going to space your blower belt out this much farther, because you got this in here. Now, in true life, they don't run it all the way in behind. They take and cut it off around the timing cover and have one on each side. But I'm telling you, on a model, if you do that, you're going to get this one down and this one up, and you will never get it sitting straight. Well, yeah, you probably will. I'm thinking about me. I would never get it straight. Let me see. Did I leave out anything? You have to find the center, of course, before you can... At one point, man, I ain't kidding. I sat down and rehearsed this step by step. You got to find the center and mark it up through there. That way you know where to locate the center to locate the motor. I go by that crack in the center where the two halves of the motor go together, and then to line them up with the center of this. I put the timing cover on here. I'm just going on and on now, so I'm pretty sure y'all got the idea. And yeah, this is that Nova that I ain't got nothing done to yet. This has been kind of a messed up episode, but that's what I put out, seems like most of the time anyway, so maybe y'all are getting used to me. I love all of y'all. I'm sure to appreciate you watching and commenting and subscribing and liking. If you do all that stuff, it's really cool. Thank you so much if you do all that. Thank you if you don't. I love you still. And I will see y'all later. Bye.